Today we saw the official release for the Air Jordan 13 playoffs. Now, this sneaker, even though it's an Air Jordan 13, and it may not be everybody's like favorite silhouette or anything like that, a lot of people really do love 13s. And to get a sneaker like this in your collection that's an OG colorway that Michael Jordan debuted back in 1998's All-Star Game, and then he wore them in the playoffs that year, this one does have like kind of like iconic status, right? A lot of us, remember that moment, or, have seen footage of him wearing this sneaker. And this hasn't retroed in over 10 years, and I was actually kind of surprised that this sneaker did have as much attention and people actually wanted it as much as they did, because just judging from my comment section, a lot of you guys were saying that this is a must-cop sneaker. You definitely wanted to get this for your collection. Now, we saw a shock drop on the Nike sneakers app like 2 weeks ago. They had like 200,000 plus pairs, and a lot of you guys did hit on that and are just recently getting them in, right? And through like other retailers like Foot Locker and Champs and Finish Line and places like that, they handed out a lot of W's. Like, just judging from what you guys have been telling me on social media, like, the stock was like looking pretty hefty, right? If Foot Locker and Champs are handing out W's on anything, you know that the stock numbers were really, really high. On the Nike sneakers app this morning, they had 111,000 plus pairs, which is a lot, right? Because they already dropped 200,000, and then to get an additional 100,000 in the men's pairs, like, that's pretty hefty stock numbers. Seemed to be like anybody that really wanted these were able to pick them up. Currently, at the time of this recording, like, they're still sitting in some sizes and stuff like that on the sneakers app, but a lot of you guys, picked them up. It was an easy cop and stuff like that. So, shout out to everybody that got the W. Let me know if you picked up the Air Jordan 13 playoffs, whether it was the sneakers app or whether it was like a different retailer or something like that. Personally, I had no problems getting into the sneakers app, and normally I've been having some issues here or there. It's like ever since the Lost and Found release, the sneakers app just been like buggy. It didn't really, always let you in right away. You have problems with your password, have problems with your payment method. But this one was smooth for me. Like, I didn't have any issues. I put in, for my size and everything like that. And probably like 3 minutes later, I got the got 'em screen. So for me, it was an easy cop. And, it's nice to see people actually wanting to pick up the Air Jordan 13 playoffs. Like, even though like resale on them isn't high, or probably will never be, to get like an OG colorway, something that Michael Jordan actually wore, and like, just has that like classic kind of look to it. It's nice to see, right? Like, it's cool that Jordan Brand actually retroed these, and it'd be nice if, we would get a little bit more like the OG colorways kind of sprinkled in with sort of like these newer colorways that they're coming out with. But to get like an OG colorway in your collection, especially something like this was one of the final sneakers that Michael Jordan ever wore as a Chicago Bull. So if these are still sitting in your area, or still sitting on the Nike sneakers app when you watch this video and you haven't yet picked them up, I highly recommend picking them up, right? Like, we don't see things like this all the time. A lot of times Jordan Brand just gives us like these new ideas, these new colorways and stuff like that. And if you're a big Michael Jordan fan, if you like history, attached to your sneakers and like a nice storyline, the Air Jordan 13 playoffs really doesn't get much better than this. You know what I mean? It's not an Air Jordan 1, it's not an Air Jordan 4, and the Air Jordan 13 doesn't have that much attention, doesn't normally have that much hype. But this one right here, I don't think we'll be seeing this for a very long time. So, if you have like the extra money to pick them up and maybe you're on the fence, I highly recommend picking these up, because this is a staple for a lot of people's collection. But guys, once again, congrats to everybody that was able to hit today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video really, really soon. I'm out. Peace. For more sneaker content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.